I don't know if you guys have seen inside of our RV for a while. I have to hop in here to do some editing today. All right, tune don't fail me now. This thing better launch. Not the best start in the world, but not the worst start. Welcome back to another Forza video from me. In case you didn't see from the intro, I race on a Logitech G920 that I installed in a 34-foot Winnebago that I happened to live in for a couple of years before I moved out of it. It is in a next level GT racing setup and a racing rig. Matter of fact, I think I bought the last racing rig in America for that GT next level setup. So you can see right here, I am in a race that I qualified fourth for, but the car didn't get that great of a start. I actually worked for a couple hours on each of these tunes trying to get these cars to start better. So it was really frustrating when I launched and it still kind of fell on its face. But I'm working my way back. You can see these guys were kind of picking on me a whole lot going through here. It's pretty typical Forza lobby. Whenever you start a race and you're not up in front, you kind of deal with this. And you can tell this first lap I definitely got beat up a little bit. I wanted to do this to show you guys that this is how I really race in this perspective. I don't use any kind of braking notes. I don't use any kind of driver's assist. About the most you could really label me for cheating or using extras would be normal steering instead of simulation steering. And the only reason that I do that is, well, because of Forza lobbies. People get to be kind of bullyish, and having normal steering just gives you a little bit more dampening when people are running into you and trying to knock you off the course. So I do have a tuning video up in case you guys are curious about that. If you run with a wheel setup and you're wondering what I use for my settings for my Logitech. These settings do translate over into other wheel setups too, so if you have a nicer direct drive wheel or a belt drive wheel, feel free to look them up and compare them to what you use and comment down below. Let me know if these setups are going to help you or not. Alright, now we're transitioning over to the good stuff. This is my qualifying lap in a Ford Mustang. Now, I tuned 3 cars for this. I tuned the Ford Mustang, I tuned the Ford GT, and I tuned the McLaren. Just 3 cars that I really like. There's no real rhyme or reason to them. I don't know if they're the fastest or not. I know that this car's got a lot of handling, and for Suzuka here, I don't think you need a whole lot of top speed. So I went ahead and chose this. Now, again, I'm just giving you my qualifying lap here because I want to show you guys that I'm not just turning the braking notes off for the races. You know, I'm doing this for real. Like, I'm trying to set the fastest time I know how to set without any braking notes here. And, you know, sometimes I qualify up in the top 5. Most of the time I qualify up in the top 5. The lowest I ever really qualify is still top 10. I'll take it. And you can see right here, I'm still making plenty of mistakes. I'm by no means a perfect driver. And I still feel like there's even probably people that are faster on the wheel setup without braking notes too. You know, I don't think I'm that special. I'm just trying to show you guys what I do when I run and the perspective that I'm in, and I don't know how I enjoy the game. I've been playing Forza Motorsports pretty much since Forza 4. I played a lot of Forza 7. Now, I come from the ABC lobbies, and I played a lot of that in Forza 7. It's one of my favorite lobbies in the world. But for YouTube, I thought I would challenge myself by stepping up here. I never liked these Forza GT cars in the other game, in Forza 7 and all the other games, because the hoppers, they loaded the races way too quick, and I'm kind of an old man in my 40s, and these cars, you need a lot of attention to be able to drive them quick. And after 3 races in Forza Motorsport 7, when you only get like 2, maybe 3 minutes between races, I can only do like 3 races before I am just completely beat. Here we are finishing up this lap. We're going to get into the race now and show you guys the first couple laps of me racing for real. We are here in the number 98 Ford Mustang. This is actually one of the first cars that I tuned for this Forza GT series. I really liked its stock numbers, and I didn't realize until I had brought it here that you don't actually get to keep all that horsepower that they give you when you buy the car. They severely down-tune this car, and that's okay. I was able to qualify third, I believe, in this race, and you can see it's not a very popular race, but that's okay. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to show you the first race, just so you knew that I wasn't out there just trying to like cherry pick some kind of race to try and get on a podium or try and win a race. I wanted to show you guys that I was really trying, and I had to sort through probably about 5 or 6 different races and kind of choose the best ones. And well, it just so happened that the best race that I did, you know, there wasn't as many other cars. Well, of course there wasn't, right? Because you don't see me getting beat up and thrown around in the corners and bounced off of walls here. And I don't mind when all the other like Forza bullies take a race off. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air, and you can tell that everyone in this lobby really just is about racing and not about trying to like bounce off each other or ruin your race just so that they can get a podium that means absolutely nothing, I guess. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is that we're finally able to download and recover our replays from races. So you're actually able to see a perspective outside of the in-car view that you're always used to on my videos. Of course, that is the way I race, and so that's the way I record off of Twitch, and that's how I record all of these for you guys. Feel free to follow me on Blue Dog Sim. Now let's get back into the racing. You can see I managed to hold my position here throughout most of this lap. Actually, I think I hold my position through most of this race. And this first lap, I'm not losing that much ground to these first two guys, but you can tell they're both 1.5 to 2 seconds in front of me, and they start opening up that gap as the race goes on, obviously. I still have a little bit of time to try and find in both of these cars. I think that a lot of the problem is definitely me. I think that I am early braking for a lot of these corners, and then there's a lot of these corners that I could be holding a lot more speed through. So this is just going to be a learning process. Again, I came from the ABCs, and the fastest car that you really have to worry about there is an S-Class car. And these cars, probably for my age, I don't know, I just feel like so much happens so quickly, and you really have to set the car up and really well balance it. And with the trouble that I was having with tuning the transmissions for launches and just getting good gear ratios, it didn't just completely screw up my braking distances and screw up the whole tune of the car, you know. And that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, so far I got a podium, so let's see if I can hold it.
I think that I just have to put more time into this if I really want to get faster. And I do think that I can win a race here, absolutely. And I think it's going to happen. I don't think I'd still be doing these videos for YouTube if I didn't think that I could win a race, obviously. And right here, I'm just giving you guys probably some of the best clips. You can see there, I'm not running any kind of traction control, and I get into the sand a little bit too much, and I go, you know, a little bit sideways there, and that happens a couple more times throughout here. I try and practice good throttle control, but a lot of times when I'm trying to catch these guys, I'm definitely pushing my driving capability a lot further than it's capable of being pushed. And you can see, like right here, I actually stayed out too long on tires, so I went shooting past the front runners and took them again. I think a lot of my problem with Forza GT is I just need to learn the right pit cycles. So I go in here, and they're both going to be able to pass me coming out of the pits. I don't know if you can see them here coming out, but yeah, I come back out still in third place, and I still have to figure out how I'm going to catch them now. And you'll see the guy in fourth place is catching me up, so I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake here. We are out on fresh tires now. I don't have a lot of time. Again, you saw fourth place catch up. He's now 7 seconds behind me, and I got 9 seconds to try and kill in front of me. So I'm pedal to the metal. I'm trying to take advantage of these soft tires. I didn't really take on any fuel. I have just enough here to finish the race. And so I'm just driving like a madman. And see me coming around here. These are the last couple corners. It's the thing about these races. Even when they're full lobbies, usually by the end of the race, your lap times, especially if you're in the front 5, you kind of just separate yourself. And you can see that second place right there on that shot. And I narrowed that down from 9 seconds down to 6. So I pulled 3 seconds off of him in that time. It's just, He was too far out in front of me, and I obviously had the wrong pitch strategy. And here I am finishing the race.
I got a podium finish. I got my podium. Look at this. Got my podium. I mean, there was only 7 people in here, so I'll take it.